So over here, first what you do is that you have to cut through the this longitudinal fissure. So pass your scissors into it and cut it like this. So just pass it like this and cut it like this. And then after that, from here, you go into the transverse fissure. So the longitudinal fissure divides the brain into the left side and right side, and the transverse fissure divides the cerebellum from the cerebrum. So over here, you're going into the, over here. Okay, same thing here. You're going to make a cut here. So we are just removing the coverings now of the brain. And when you remove the covering, you can see that you started exposing the brain. So now you're exposing the brain, and over here you can see I'm cutting through here, and then I'm going to remove. You can. So this is the covering that is dipping into the groove between the two cerebral hemispheres, and this little part is called the Falx Cerebri. So this part which dips into the middle between the two hemispheres is called the Falx Cerebri. And the part that dips into here between the cerebellum and the cerebrum, this part here is called the tentorium cerebelli. So I'm cutting here and I'm lifting the tentorium cerebelli. You'll be doing the same thing during your dissection. Okay. And can you give me a big scissors, please? Okay, so you can be a little aggressive. Thank you, you can put it there. When you're on the top part, so then you can slowly peel off here. And here you can see on the brain surface, you can see that this is the frontal lobe, and this is the parietal lobe, and this is the occipital lobe, and on the side here you can see the temporal lobe. These are the different lobes, not very well defined in this brain. This is a sheep brain. And when you come to the bottom, okay, you have to be extremely careful. Here, if you try to pull it off, you will take off all these important structures. So the structures over here, this is the pituitary gland. And over here, this is called the optic chiasma. And from the optic chiasma comes the optic nerve. This is the nerve that supplies the eye, okay? So this is the optic chiasma. The optic chiasma is where the optic nerve crosses. And so pituitary gland, optic chiasma, optic nerve, and in front, you can see this is the olfactory tract. This is the part which is for smelling. So what you do when you reach the bottom, you be a little careful and you cut around it. So don't try to lift it. You just cut around it like this. Here you can use the big scissors and cut it. So, okay. So here we have already cut all of this, and I left a little bit of meninges around it. And here, now it's the time you take your a knife, scalpel. Can you give me a scalpel, please? Thank you. So you take your scalpel and you divide the brain in this section here. So divide it like this, go right across and then slowly open it. So here, I've completed it, and you can see now the two, over here, you can see the structures here, and okay, so I'll explain the structures when you complete this much, okay.